What if the reason some Hondas fail early isn't the engine, but the way they're treated every day? It could be the smallest habits, but if ignored for years, they can quietly shorten the life of even the greatest car. Today we're going to break down 7 things you should never do to your Honda if you actually want it to last. 1. Ignoring CVT or transmission fluid service. This mistake applies to many modern Honda models, especially the Civic, Accord, and CR-V, which rely heavily on CVT or the continuously variable transmission systems. The core issue is pretty simple. Honda CVTs are extremely sensitive to fluid conditions. Unlike traditional automatic transmissions, CVTs depend on precise fluid properties to maintain pressure, lubrication, and smooth operation. And the mistake that most owners make is believing the lifetime fluid claim or delaying service well past 60,000 to 100,000 miles. So since the car may continue to drive normally for a long time, it only ends up creating a false sense of security. But internally, the fluid is slowly breaking down. It eventually starts to lose its ability to lubricate and cool the transmission effectively. As heat builds up, wear on the belt and pulleys begins to accelerate. This damage happens gradually, often without immediate warning. Eventually, symptoms start to appear, starting with a faint whining noise, slightly delayed acceleration, or a slipping sensation during driving. And by this point, the wear has already begun affecting performance. There is also an important variation. If a CVT has gone a very long time without service, in this case, a full aggressive flush can sometimes do more harm than good. So here, a gradual drain and fill method would be much safer. The key here is that Honda CVTs rely heavily on fluid quality, so the fluid condition directly affects transmission life. But to understand why mistakes like that matter so much, you have to understand how Honda reliability is often misunderstood. So Honda has earned its well-deserved reputation for reliability over decades, and for good reason. With many older Honda models being literally known for lasting well past 200,000 miles with relatively basic maintenance. And that history eventually creates a belief that many owners still carry today, that if it's a Honda, it can handle almost anything. But reliability does not mean invincible. Modern Hondas are built very differently from the simple models that created the brand's reputation. Today's vehicles use tighter engine tolerances, more advanced electronics, turbocharged engines, CVT transmissions, direct injection systems, and fuel-saving technologies designed to meet stricter emissions and efficiency targets. These improvements bring better fuel economy, smoother performance, and lower emissions. However, they also reduce the margin for neglect. Older Hondas were often more forgiving when owners delayed the car's maintenance or ignored small problems here and there. But newer Hondas run on more precise systems. So while they still last a long time when cared for properly, but they tend to react faster to poor habits, which could be anything from the wrong fluids to repeated short-trip driving. That's where many owners get caught off guard, because they come expecting old-school tolerance from a newer, more optimized machine. So it's not that Hondas are suddenly failing, it's just that they are starting to wear out early when treated wrong. And the next mistake on our list doesn't just damage your Honda instantly, but it also slowly ruins one of its most expensive systems. 2. Short trips without proper warm-up. Next up on our list of the most common habits that slowly wears down a Honda is repeated short trips where the engine never fully warms up. This usually means frequent drives of 5 to 10 minutes, just enough to reach the store, school, or nearby work, but that's not enough time for the engine to reach stable operating temperature. It feels harmless because the car starts, drives, and seems completely normal. But internally, these short trips create conditions that the engine actually doesn't like. During cold starts, extra fuel is used to help the engine run smoothly while warming up. If the trip ends too soon, some of that fuel may not fully burn off and can mix with the engine oil. This is known as fuel dilution, and it is especially important on smaller turbocharged engines like Honda's 1.5-liter turbo used in models such as the Civic and CR-V. At the same time, the moisture created during combustion may not evaporate fully during short drives, and that moisture can remain inside the engine oil system longer than you intended. Cold oil also does not really lubricate as effectively as oil at full operating temperature. So if most driving happens before the engine fully warms, the engine repeatedly spends its life in a less efficient lubrication phase. And eventually over time, this can lead to oil thinning, increased wear, sludge risk, and carbon buildup, particularly in direct injection engines. The key is simple. These short trips are one of the worst long-term habits you can catch because they create wear quietly over time. But the fix is also simple. Just occasionally take the car on longer drives and allow the engine to reach full operating temperature regularly. And if short trips damage oil over time, the next mistake starts even earlier because you start by putting the wrong oil in the engine to begin with. 3. Using the wrong engine oil. The next very common mistake Honda owners make is assuming thicker oil automatically means better protection. Some switch to a heavier oil just to be safe, while others use whatever oil is available without checking the required specification. That sounds harmless in theory, but modern Honda engines are designed around very specific oil viscosities, such as 0W20 or 5W20, depending on the model and year. The oil is not just there to reduce friction, it is part of how the engine is engineered to operate. Honda systems like VTEC timing, variable valve control, fuel economy tuning, and cold start efficiency all depend on oil flowing at the correct speed and pressure. So when the wrong oil is used, those systems may not perform as well as intended. If the oil is too thick, it flows more slowly during cold starts, which is when many engines experience the most wear. Critical parts may take longer to receive lubrication, especially in colder temperatures. If the oil is too thin or does not meet the correct specification, it may not maintain enough protective film strength under heat and load. That can reduce protection over time. The real impact is usually gradual and not really immediate. You start facing increased internal friction, reduced fuel efficiency, rougher operation, and long-term wear is much more common than sudden failure. Many owners never connect these small changes back to oil choice. So the main thing you need to remember is that your oil isn't just lubrication, it's also part of the engine's design. And while using the right oil matters, what matters just as much is how quickly you notice when something starts to feel slightly off. And if you want more content like this, subscribe right now. We are creating new videos every week. 4. Ignoring early warning signs. One of the biggest reasons small Honda problems turn into expensive repairs is simple. It's when the owners ignore the early signs. It usually starts with things that don't seem serious. A slight increase in oil consumption, a rough idle at stoplights, small vibrations while driving, or a warning light that appears occasionally and then disappears. But because the car still runs, it's easy to assume it's nothing urgent. But in many cases, these are early indicators of underlying issues. Honda engines and systems tend to show subtle changes first. Piston ring wear can begin with minor oil usage. Sensor inconsistencies can cause small fluctuations in performance. Ignition or fuel system issues may show up as slight hesitation or roughness before becoming more obvious. So by the time you pay attention, the problem is not the symptom itself, it's the delay you caused in reacting to it. Many owners wait until the noise becomes louder, the oil consumption becomes noticeable, or the performance drop becomes impossible to ignore. By that point, what could have been a simple fix may have already developed into a more serious and expensive repair. That's why early attention does matter. Hondas are known for reliability, but they are also known for giving early signs when something isn't right. Hondas rarely fail suddenly because they always warn you first. But one of the most damaging habits has nothing to do with driving. It's what people do during basic maintenance. 5. Disconnecting the battery without relearning systems. A battery change seems like basic maintenance, but on many modern Hondas, disconnecting power can create a list of strange issues if the vehicle's systems are not properly relearned afterward. Owners often notice rough idle, power windows no longer working correctly, warning lights appearing, or that the steering suddenly feels different. Because these problems start right after battery work, many assume that a new part failed or something was damaged during installation. In reality, many Honda systems rely on stored memory and learned values. The engine computer stores idle behavior over time. Power windows remember their upper and lower travel limits. Steering systems rely on calibration data to know what straight ahead means. Other modules also store settings that help the vehicle operate smoothly. So when the battery power is removed, some of that memory can be lost. The hardware itself is often perfectly fine, but it simply no longer has the calibration data it was using. And that is why a Honda can feel different immediately after a battery replacement, even though nothing mechanical has changed. The mistake many owners make is chasing repairs that are not needed. They replace sensors, pay diagnostic fees, or assume larger electrical issues exist when the real fix is often a relearn procedure. This can lead to wasted money and unnecessary frustration. So the main takeaway is that after battery work, recalibration is essential and not something optional. And even when everything is working properly, many owners create wear at the exact moment the engine is least prepared to handle it. 6. Driving hard on a cold engine. On number 6, we have a very important damaging habit for any Honda engine, which is hard acceleration immediately after startup. This includes revving the engine when cold, driving aggressively within the first few minutes, or demanding full power before the engine has had time to stabilize. The reason it matters is also very simple. When an engine first starts, the oil has not fully circulated to every critical component yet. It begins moving quickly, but optimal lubrication still takes time as pressure builds and oil reaches all internal surfaces consistently. At the same time, engine parts are still cold. Metal components like pistons, rings, bearings, and cylinder walls are designed with specific tolerances that work best once the engine reaches operating temperature. As the engine warms, those parts expand slightly into their intended clearances. If the engine is pushed hard before that happens, friction and stress are higher than normal. So over time, this repeated cold abuse can increase wear on pistons, bearings, valve train components, and turbocharger systems. The damage usually doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It builds slowly through repetition. This is especially important for turbocharged Honda engines and high compression designs, where internal temperatures and loads rise quickly under throttle. But the good habit is very simple to add to your routine. Just drive gently for the first few minutes, keep revs moderate, and allow temperature to come up naturally before demanding performance. Because most engine wear happens in the first few minutes. And the final mistake on this list lasts only a second when it happens, but the wear it creates can stay with the car for years. 7. Shifting between drive and reverse while moving. A surprisingly common habit among drivers is shifting between drive and reverse while the vehicle is still rolling. It often happens during quick parking maneuvers, three-point turns, or when someone is in a hurry and wants to save a second. Because the car may still seem to respond normally, many people assume it causes no real harm. But internally, it just places unnecessary stress on the transmission. When a Honda is still moving in one direction and the gear is suddenly selected for the opposite direction, internal components have to absorb that momentum. Instead of letting the brake stop the vehicle first, the transmission is forced to manage the load. This creates transmission shock, extra heat, and stress on clutches, pulleys, belts, and other moving components, depending on whether the vehicle uses a traditional automatic or a CVT. Modern systems may reduce some of the impact through electronic controls, but repeated abuse still adds wear over time. It is one of those habits that rarely causes instant failure, which is why many owners keep doing it. The long-term result can be rougher shifting, reduced transmission life, and premature wear that appears much later. The better habit is simple and costs nothing. Use the brakes, come to a complete stop, and then shift your directions. Remember to always come to a full stop. But what are your thoughts? What's one habit you've seen people do that slowly ruins their car? Drop it in the comments and let me know your stories. And if this video helped you think differently about your Honda, hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.